In modern armored warfare, advanced heavy armor can become completely defenseless in less than 600 seconds. On the flat plains of northern Europe, Denmark is deploying the Skorpion2 mine-laying system to exploit this exact tactical vulnerability. The strategic reality changed drastically during the 2023 counteroffensive in Ukraine, when multi-layered minefields combined with artillery effectively neutralized advanced Western main battle tanks like the Leopard 2 and Challenger 2 within hours. For smaller NATO members, the implications are terrifying. Major defense analysts point out that Denmark operates a highly compact land force centered on the 1st Infantry Brigade. If a massive mechanized breakthrough occurs across the unshaded Baltic corridors, the country possesses neither the mass nor the heavy armor to engage in a traditional war of attrition. On paper, their only tactical salvation would be an asymmetric denial strategy. Leading global defense experts argue that, instead of investing billions of euros in fleets of main battle tanks, smaller states must look toward high-speed counter-mobility assets. This is where the Skorpion2 system shifts the geopolitical equation. Moving beyond the passive, labor-intensive minefields of the late 20th century, this automated asset can deploy 400 smart anti-tank mines across a 2-kilometer front in exactly 10 minutes. For an advancing enemy regiment, this sudden digital barrier turns open transit corridors into a high-risk zone, rendering multi-million-dollar armored formations useless before they can even engage defensive lines. But how can a single 10-minute deployment paralyze an entire modern mechanized battalion? And what does this mean for the future of the Baltic theater? Before we go on, did you know that modern land warfare was changing this fast? Subscribe now to stay ahead of the curve, and tell me where you are watching from. To understand the destabilizing efficiency of the Skorpion2, one must look closely at its digital engineering architecture. Developed by Dynamit Nobel Defense in Germany, this mobile asset is not a relic of passive 20th century mining, but a highly automated counter-mobility weapon system. In its standard configuration, the hardware consists of modular launcher units often referred to as eggbox containers. These assemblies are integrated directly onto all-terrain logistics platforms, such as the Rheinmetall MAN HX2 8x8 tactical trucks operated by the Danish military. The deployment sequence is managed entirely by a crew sitting within an armored cabin, using a computerized fire control station to calculate terrain physics, optimal density, and dispersion patterns before launching. The core lethality of the system relies on the advanced at 2+ smart anti-tank mine. Each mine weighs exactly 2.22 kilograms and contains 907 grams of composition, B-high explosive. Unlike vintage landmines that require direct track pressure to detonate, the AT2+ utilizes a sophisticated multi-sensor fuse mechanism. It deploys a 700mm vertical scratch wire antenna alongside an integrated magnetic field sensor. When the hull of an armored vehicle sweeps over the mine, the sensor detects the massive metal signature, triggering the warhead. The detonation utilizes the Misnay-Chardin effect to project an explosively formed penetrator capable of punching through more than 140 millimeters of lower hull armor, rendering the most advanced heavy tanks completely useless. Furthermore, the system satisfies modern legal frameworks through a digital self-destruct function. Operators can program the mines to automatically neutralize themselves within a specific window, ranging from a few hours up to a maximum of 4 days. This 99% reliable electronic countdown ensures that after the designated timeline expires, the barrier disappears, allowing Danish mechanized units to launch immediate counter-offensives through the exact same corridors without facing internal hazards. Beyond individual vehicle engineering, this technology is driving a multi-billion-dollar defensive alignment across the northern flank of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The integration of the Skorpion2 system by Denmark represents a broader tactical awakening among middle powers facing acute geographic vulnerabilities. In October 2025, the Ministry of Defense of Latvia initiated this regional shift by signing a €50 million contract with Dynamit Nobel Defense to secure its eastern land borders. This momentum culminated in June 2026, when the Swedish Defence Materiel Administration formally executed a massive framework agreement valued at 4 billion kroner, which is approximately 380 million United States dollars, extending procurement through 2033. This parallel procurement creates a standardized, highly interconnected northern defense belt. By utilizing identical technical specifications, Denmark, Sweden, and Latvia achieve complete interoperability within their logistics networks. In a crisis scenario, Danish deployment units can seamlessly tap into pre-positioned ammunition stockpiles or receive immediate resupply of at 2+ smart mines from Swedish or Latvian theater depots without encountering mechanical or digital compatibility barriers. Furthermore, this shared architecture facilitates the execution of the new dynamic mining doctrine. Rather than deploying static barriers days in advance, Danish commanders are coordinating with regional allies to test these modular mine launchers on unmanned ground vehicles. Recent military demonstrations in 2026 highlighted the integration of these automated pods onto platforms like the MV-8 Komodo robotic system, developed in cooperation with Doctrines. By shifting the deployment mechanism to robotic assets, the alliance can advance deep into contested zones under heavy electronic cover, laying rapid barriers directly behind advancing enemy columns or blocking tactical retreats, effectively sealing geographic choke points across the entire Baltic theater. Despite the operational advantages demonstrated by June 2026, the reliance of Denmark on advanced digital mining introduces critical tactical vulnerabilities that defense planners cannot ignore. Because the Skorpion2 and its at 2+ smart mines depend entirely on microchip programming for their magnetic sensors and self-destruct countdowns, they are highly exposed to modern electronic warfare. If a technologically sophisticated adversary deploys heavy wide-spectrum jamming assets, the transmission signals used to program or alter the electronic countdown could be disrupted, potentially freezing the barrier or rendering the magnetic fuses useless. Furthermore, international humanitarian monitors point out that even with a 99% reliability rating, a 1% battery failure rate across thousands of dropped submunitions still leaves a dangerous legacy of unexploded ordnance that could restrict the maneuverability of friendly forces during sudden counter-offensives. However, the broader strategic lesson of this automated counter-mobility doctrine offers a vital blueprint for middle powers worldwide, especially within the contested maritime and coastal corridors of the Indo-Pacific region. The approach of Denmark proves that smaller nations do not need to bankrupt their national treasuries by purchasing endless fleets of ultra-expensive heavy main battle tanks to build a credible deterrent. By mastering low-cost, rapidly deployable robotic assets like the MV-8 Komodo, integrated with smart submunitions. Smaller states can successfully execute an asymmetric denial strategy to block coastal landings or freeze strategic choke points against an adversary with massive numerical superiority. In 21st century land warfare, the ultimate victor is no longer the actor with the largest armored force, but the one who dictates exactly where the enemy armor is allowed to move. As Denmark secures its borders through automated precision, a critical question remains for the future of global defense strategy. Will this rapid digital mining revolutionize defensive sovereignty for smaller nations? Or will advanced electronic warfare ultimately find a way to neutralize the smart minefields of NATO? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.